I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Latest check of the surface analysis across the middle of the country shows that low pressure has not moved very much in the hard red winter wheat belt. Low pressure actually is setting up now southeastern parts of Colorado. We've got a line of thunderstorms coming through Texas, central Texas, western Oklahoma, still lingering showers and thunderstorms in eastern Kansas, and then the action curves up through Nebraska, back into Wyoming, and down into northeast Colorado. Classic comma shape out of a very, very strong low. Here's what you need to look at, though, if you're looking at hard red winter wheat areas. For the action to come, sunshine is not your friend, and we are seeing bright sunshine now over the western half of Kansas and western Oklahoma into the Texas Panhandle. Under that sunshine area, we're seeing significant heating. I'm thinking we could see a pretty good severe weather outbreak later this afternoon into this evening with this strong low just continuing to circulate and not moving very fast. We saw some heavy rains yesterday over portions of south central Kansas into northern parts of Oklahoma. Had one person tell me that 3.5 inches of rain fell at his place, only about half of it usable because usable because he said the rest of it came like a cow peeing on a flat rock. So there was way too much rain coming way too fast. But here's the thing that people aren't talking about. Variability. You go 100 miles up the road from that guy, and another person told me that he had barely enough to settle the dust. And we had a very nice dry stretch that ran from in and around the Dodge City area all the way up through north central Kansas, Phillipsburg, into south central Nebraska. So not everybody got rain so far. I'd say maybe 60% of the hard red winter wheat belt has received rain. Now, there's still a good 36 hours to go to fill in the holes, but you've got to look at where the strong storms are going to be forming, and that precipitation, I say you still got to look at about half of it. If it forms in strong thunderstorms, about half of it is going to be usable. The other half is just going to come too fast, and you also have to be concerned about damaging winds and hail. So that's the setup for wheat country. Still looking at moisture holding on across that area probably all the way through tomorrow into early Sunday morning. Then that front moves eastward. The low moves eastward, and it becomes an issue for the Corn Belt. I'm looking for precipitation to work its way into Iowa probably late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then spread eastward from there. Still looks to me like we've got a chance for some moderate to heavy precipitation in some of these drier areas out west where planters were rolling. European model backing off its moisture just a little bit. The short-term models now are taking and putting a good handle on this. I'm seeing rains on the order of an inch or better over Iowa, Missouri as we go from late Saturday evening into Sunday, and then the bullseye, the low, starts to work over southern parts of Illinois as we go through Sunday morning, and then it lifts it northward. So again, these dry areas in parts of Illinois could be anywhere from an inch to inch and a half or 2 inches, and that's in a 3 to 6 hour period. You string a couple of those together, I am concerned about too much moisture on freshly planted crops, especially with cold air coming. The action moves through the rest of the Corn Belt as we go through Monday. I don't think we're going to be completely clear across the eastern Corn Belt until sometime early Tuesday morning. Of course, western Corn Belt will be clearing out early on Monday. Cold air comes in behind. This is a story that you have not heard me deviate from at all. I continue to run different model scenarios. I continue to see numbers that suggest near freezing by Thursday night, Friday morning over parts of the eastern Corn Belt. Definitely as you go above I-80, you're going to be into this cold air mass. Here's the thing. Nobody's really talking about that cold air. I don't think it's going to have a lot of damage, but it does definitely slow your soil temperature moves a lot. And then we're going to be doing it again just a few days later after a strong low moves across the Corn Belt in much the same fashion as what we see this weekend. That low comes through around the 26th, 27th. From the 28th right on through the 30th, another major cold air push. I've got another system, the 2nd and 3rd. You get the idea. Not as many systems here on my pattern as we've kind of seen this forecast evolve. Not as many systems. I've got 3 of them now instead of 5 waves. But each system packs a pretty good punch, and at least the first 2 here are bringing in colder air. Look for temperatures after this weekend to be below normal right on into the first week of May. That's the way your forecast is stacking up. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.